The team in the blue caps playing from right to left in this first half. Romania, an experienced older team, but Montenegro fit into that category as well, playing in the white caps from left to right. Montenegro with a win will go back to at least top or second in the group, along with Italy, depending on goal difference here against Romania. From Romania's point of view, they want another good, solid performance, restrict the number of goals going in, and just give themselves a solid base to play Greece on Saturday in their hunt for third place in Group A, which, when you look at both groups, is the easier of the two. You can't get around it. The big names, Croatia, Serbia, Hungary, all in Group B. And it is Montenegro that pick up the ball on the sprint and are immediately on the front foot.
Yeah, number 3 there, Jakislav Paskovic. Pretty quick over the 15 metres. There against Mate. He didn't finish the game against Italy a couple of days ago. But able to play still today as Montenegro get the ball into centre, but excellent work from Stoinescu, flying out of the goals to help his centre back.
It's a tactic we've seen from Stoinescu on a number of occasions. He does read that ball into the centre forward very well. And he's fast enough to make the grab. And a chance there. Well, he's got away from his marker. And that's a good goal from number 3, Tiberio Negro. Lost his centre-back and then took the pass and scored easily. It was almost a moment there, Alan, where he was looking around him to see why on earth he was in this space.
Yeah, I couldn't believe the space he got, but an excellent counter-attack goal. And Negreanu, who also was wrapped up in the game against Italy, I think through his frustration at the poor offensive game Romania had played, brings some relief to Romania and himself with scoring the opening goal.
Yes, Negreanu left the play quite early, actually, in the piece. Picked up his 3 personals and stormed off, was throwing his toys out of the pram.
Good turn there in centre forward from Klikovac, but his shot hitting the underside of the bar, a lot of space to get the ball into centre forward there. The bounce shot coming down on the line, and Romania survive. And you get the ball into Radu, and Radu does his work. He does what he does best, but not as good as usual. This shot well saved by Radic.
Yes, he's the main man. He's the talisman in this Romanian team, Radu. They had to use him quite a lot against Italy, and it was very noticeable towards the end that he did tire. But he still showed us a few moments of brilliance, both in attack and defence.
The clock ticking down for Montenegro. Good defence from Romania. The defence against Italy was strong. Just conceded the 9 goals, and I think they were quite happy with that. As I've said, it was their offence that frustrated themselves with. Montenegro in possession. Just waiting for the gap to open up in this Romanian side. Klikovac waiting for his time to do the work. Very canny in terms of preserving energy. And Ivovic
rips an outside shot, using the bounce to try and deflect it up into the roof of the net, but that's skied over the bar. However, contacted a Romanian on the way, so possession still with Montenegro.
Ivovic wins the exclusion, the attention on him a little bit too much. And it is Cosmin Radu, who is going for 20 seconds. Ivovic, danger man for Montenegro, 6 goals so far this tournament. So that's him there, just making the move to the right. Montenegro's drawing this Romanian defence everywhere, and that's why, because the gaps will open up. And Mladen Janovic finds the net.
Yes, Janovic has been one of the stars. Klikovac as well has been noticeable with some of his performances, but Janovic and Ivovic have been the real force in front of goal. Close to the keeper, but Stoinescu just couldn't get a hand on it. Well, he wasn't a happy man the other evening against Italy. No need for the sunglasses tonight for Dejan Stanijevic, who's done a really good job with this Romanian team over the last 6 months. They were in all sorts of turmoil a little while ago, but they've come to this European Championships looking like a real unit.
Yeah, trying to feed number 8, Șoveanu. But not getting there, but getting a goal out of it. The attention's in the centre, distracting things. And Andrea Mate finds the back of the net, skipping it past Radic.
And the 35-year-old Montenegro keeper, not happy with his efforts here. That was a long way outside the blocker and just skipped and curled in at the near post.
He was well up, but very good shooting from Mate.
Romania take the lead then. A little bit against the run of play. Perplexed look from Perovic, the Montenegro coach. Quite open defence here, isn't it, from Romania? They're going a long, long way out of their zone, and a good drive in here from the Romanians. Creates that little bit of space on the near side.
Yeah, they are paying a price, and it does leave a lot of space open for driving through, as we're seeing. And second wave coming behind, but they're far out for the shot. Stoenescu, both hands to that.
Well, that was a lot of work for nothing for
Reward,
Montenegro
yeah.
there. 2 big drives in the middle of that attack. Only so many times you can do that before you're going to have to get out of the pool and recover. That's the way the human body is built. Oh, great power, great strength, and no reward.
Yeah, it was a good shot there off the foul. I think Mate again, number 7. And you see the Romanians pressing all over, trying to negate any counter-attack, which they have done. But when the ball goes in, as it will here, the ball not quite close enough, hence why there's no exclusion. The referee saying Misic was not going to be getting control of that ball, so why should he help him?
Stoenescu just shouting out his instructions regarding the pass that he's going to make and where he hopes to see it going after that. And very similar style of defence being employed by Montenegro on Romania, and they've done it really well. But a steal, well, that's a loose pass. Changes everything around, and a top opportunity here. But Montenegro having to wait for numbers. And wisely not taking that shot from the outside. They are going to build on this, and that's good thinking with the 2-1 lead for Romania.
And they win an exclusion as well. Number 10, Sasa Misic, excluded for 20 seconds. And Dejan Stevanovic decides to take the extra man, sorry, take the timeout after the extra man. Here we see the work going on. Not quite sure how you can call it one way or another there, actually, but that's for the referees to decide.
50-50 there, definitely. Romania timeout. Good start from this Romanian team.
Yeah, much better performance, I think, than they had against Italy. It's much more positive in attack. There's more movement. And in their defence as well, that they've been much stronger in terms of pushing the Montenegrin team further out and defending centre-back very well. So I think Stevanovic will be pretty happy with that, as Mark Koganov, Azerbaijan referee, looks to put the ball back in the pool.
Romania with a good situation here. Haven't seen Italy in the stadium here at the Alfred Hayes Stadium in Budapest, but they will be enjoying themselves if they are watching this match. Win this morning, and now seeing their closest rivals Montenegro getting a bit of a workout here in the early phases of this match. So man-up situation has gone. Rather panicked shot.
Yeah, a little bit too much pressure from Montenegro, which forced the poor shot, and the player coming back in. And now Montenegro going to counter-attack through Drasko Bragulian, number 2, plays down this right wing. And there's space opening up in the middle and the back door.
Brigulian was excellent the other night. Really good performance from him and the team in the 11-6 and the 15-7 wins against Russia and Greece.
The exclusion there, number 5, Andrei Crețu, pulling back with the Montenegrin players driving forward. So Montenegro have a man up, and their coach Ranko Perovic calls a timeout. Not looking too concerned, just setting out the tactics, the play that he once called on this man-up situation.
He's playing the long game, I think, Montenegro. They will know that they will be the stronger team coming into the last phases of this match, so as long as they're in touch, they'll feel comfortable that they can make that count for them. What are your thoughts on this new timeout rule? Because we're seeing it happen quite a bit.
I think it brings a lot more structure to the game.
So another timeout over, and well, then it's a new rule. We're seeing it used in the same positions each time to set up this next situation. Let's wait for Montenegro's attack to develop here. Crețu out for another 8 seconds.
Ivovic, the big shooter, takes the attention, but doesn't get the shot away first time, and second time you can see him.
Now he's upset.
Perovic, yes.
Now he's upset. Yeah, well, what do you think about this new timeout? We're seeing the coaches use it on a regular basis and usually in the same places.
I think it makes for a much more tactical game. We can do some more set-up plays. You probably get more time on attack, particularly towards the end of the game. So it does become much more tactical and much more thinking around how you develop the whole game, as opposed to just working or saving them for individual circumstances, as was done previously.
So those spectators have a minute to wait for the action to restart. They know it's going to restart with a chance.
Yes, absolutely. I think that's a good battle we're seeing there. Two titans, Ivovic and Radu, centre back and centre forward.
Yes,
Radu that got the advantage there.
He's out-tightened Ivovic. Now then, can they make it count? They would dearly love a 3-1 advantage. Wayward pass again, and a disconsolate look there. Interesting, isn't it, how sometimes those wayward passes open up a bit of space elsewhere, and that was nearly a chance for Romania, but Montenegro coming away now with the ball in the shape of Kukovic. Not seen much of him so far today, but he's been really good at this championships. Can't make that first part of the break count.
And that's a nice play. Everyone was thinking Janovic there was going to take the shot and was blocking, but it opened up in the centre forward. And Nicola Diaconu goes for 20 seconds as the clock in this period clicks down towards the end of it. So Montenegro will have this attack, and that will be it. And Brigulian rises round to shoot across the arms of Stoenescu.
Great finish from Brigulian. Gets himself on the score sheet for the first time today. And 2 apiece. That is probably how this first period will end. And on balance of play, that's fair enough. Romania, though, will be ruining the fact that on the opportunities they've had, they couldn't get themselves to 3-1 and maybe even 4-1. But Montenegro can forget about that. They're back in. Just trying to plan something here. There is time.
He just looked to get the ball in there and tried to get a foul. Get the shot from outside 5, but the pass not quite good enough, and Radu not able to get anything from it other than a pat on the head from Antonio Petrovic. As we see the goal, last goal there, lovely movement from Brigulian. Just brings his whole body across the left, drops it further and finds the far corner.
2-2 then, Montenegro, Romania. This is a close one. That's the end of the first quarter. We'll take a break there. Stay with us.
The Dassault Systems 3D Experience platform and industry solutions help companies connect all the right people with all the right data in order to help inspire ideas and drive sustainable innovations. Leveraging the 3D virtual world provides us with so many answers. At Dassault Systems, we believe that with 3D Experience, companies can do things that have never been done before.
Welcome back. Well, that first period flew by. Good watching, decent water polo, and two very good sets of operators here. Some experienced players out there in the pool. Montenegro snatching a goal at the end of the first quarter to make it 2 apiece, but Romania will probably feel that they could have been 1, maybe 2 ahead.
Yeah, they defended very well, as they have done. I said that before against Italy. They defended well, and I thought their defence in the first period was good. 2 exclusions, which is pretty fair considering the centre forwards Montenegro have as we start this second period. Dragulian up against Mate. But Dragulian goes over the top, says he has done nothing, hands up, honest gov, not me.
Unfortunately, we can see. Very obvious, that one. But Romania have a sprint under their belt now as well. So 1 apiece means they're on the front foot to set up this opening attack of the second quarter.
That centre forward there, pretty much throwing the centre back up in the air. Koganov calling it for Montenegro. Bushila, number 6, the offender.
We haven't seen Montenegro put the same sort of pressure on Romania in attack as Italy did, and I just wonder whether towards the back end of that game, Alan, that's going to be okay for the Romanian players, because some of them suffered a little bit against Italy.
And they did. There was a lot of frustration in the Romanian team.
Wayward shot, so Montenegro don't score either. But if they come into this fourth quarter close and they haven't been made to work too hard, then I think we are going to have a really tight finish to this one. Montenegro is still marginal favourites.
Romania with a little bit more control. Montenegro very aware of Radu in the centre forward. See Petrovic, number 4, all over him. The ball goes in, and a nice left-hand back hook, but Radic, the goalkeeper, he gets his hands to that one.
Comes out of nowhere, doesn't it, from Radu? You could see him calling for the pass. He got away from his marker. Ball finally came in, and then he created that opportunity. Now then, Montenegro this time with the backhand. It's all centre forwards and backhands at the moment. But Misic doesn't hit the target, and Stanescu has the ball.
And Romania are going hard on the counter-attacks, which is good to see. Really driving the game forward, and this gives them more time when they do have to set up, something they weren't able to do against Italy. And the ball goes into centre, and that's excellent play, really strong work. Number 4, Petrovic, calling on his defenders in front to help him out. But Radu wins the exclusion. And again, you see that move where the right wing player goes in and the far post player goes into 2 metres.
Off he goes again. There is space. And there it is, finally found. But well, Petrovic will come back in. He was inside the 2 meters, unfortunately, when he received it. So not quite getting their angles right there, Romania. Now they're being made to work. Montenegro with a bit more intent at the start of this attack. Threatening to shoot, winding it up, and does. That looks like a good hand from Stănescu. Way out to his right.
Romania changing their defence a little bit there, so not pressing as hard, dropping back off the top two. Ivovic, number 9, not in the water for Montenegro, so that less of a threat, slightly less of a threat. There's still some fairly good shooters in there.
Yeah, that's the point, isn't it? Someone gets out the pool and someone equally good gets in. We have got our star performers here at the European Championships, but you want as many of your team to be as close as possible, and that's unlucky. Good effort from Montenegro, swift work to get that bit of space to shoot. But unfortunately, Janovic, the other Janovic, that is, Mladen, just hitting the crossbar and post. There you go. They've got the ball into the centres, but they haven't converted at the moment.
And very few centre-forward exclusions as well. Certainly when you compare it to one of the earlier games this afternoon. A game between Greece and Russia seemed to bring a handful of exclusions in every period.
Is that partly wily play from centre-forward and centre-back, or is that a little bit more to do with the way the officials are letting this one run?
I think the officials in the earlier game were a little bit strict. I think the other thing today in this game is there seems to be a lot more space to put the ball in. And the exclusion there is for preventing Ivovic from taking the shot after the foul. And Radu's on 2, and that will be a worry for Romania.
That is a big worry. It's not just the players that are characters either. The officials will very often let the players know why they gave the decision in quite animated tones. Radu then, at the moment, out of the action. Chance here, little lob shot, that's beautifully done. Just hung on to that long enough to let Stănescu disappear back down to the water. And once you're going down, you can't come back up again for a couple of seconds. Very tough on the body.
That's an incredibly talented but brave shot there from Mladen Janovic to do a lob on the man up from the outside.
Exhibition stuff. Montenegro have the lead. Well, there's a familiar gesture from the Romanian coach. Stănescu, arms outstretched with a questioning look on his face.
Questioning, yes, that's a good description, I think, of his demeanour. See Montenegro, and as soon as there was a loose pass, the player dropping back to protect centre forward. Second centre, Alexandru Giban, number 11, sitting for Romania. Not quite this threat of Radu, but he's certainly doing his work in there. But the time is ticking down. And it ran out there for Romania. Predrag Jokovic, number 12.
He's got the long hair just dropping out the bottom of the cap.
Work on the far side, 2 drives. A little bit long pass, but when the ball goes in, centre forward holding off the centre back a little bit too obviously.
Stănescu once again with the feed. And Jokic goes to work on the centre forward, doing a good job so far. There's a certain Cabral quality to him, the French forward with the long flowing locks. Not as obvious, of course, with the cap on, but he's a big lad.
We just wait to hear. I think 9 seconds remaining off the attack. There was some trouble with the clocks there.
Yes, we had a few problems, didn't we, on day one, but it's been running quite cleanly since then. Now they've got the timing table sorted.
The second centre rolls in for Romania, but they're too slow to put the ball in. So it just forces an outside shot. It was number 2, Brigulian, for Montenegro, doing the good work as he heads to this right-hand side to pick the ball up. Looking to be a receiver. Number of players in front of goal, and they get it on the right side for Montenegro and the wrong side for Romania to win the exclusion.
Exclusion timeout. You'll be getting used to that particular tactic. Georgi it is that heads off for 20 seconds out, and the Montenegro team go back to the coach to have a little listen about what the next attack will be.
Yeah, Montenegro there, Janovic coming all the way through and just getting in front of Georgi. And when the ball landed, Georgi no choice but to pull him back, hence the exclusion. Montenegrin coach Ranko Perovic deciding that this is a critical point in the game, looking for a 2-goal advantage at half-time. Not been many men-up opportunities for them. There you go, they see the move, he gets in front, and Georgi the wrong side, gets his right hand over the left shoulder of Janovic, and he goes out.
There's that beautiful lob from earlier. That was priceless.
It was.
Mladen Janovic, the Janovic on the pitch. And away we go. Georgi still with that sentence to serve at the side of the pool, and Montenegro, a lot of endeavour here, but they're not creating a bit of space at the moment. Is it coming? Yes, it is. There you go, finally. And that is going to be a useful lead. If they can hang on to that going into the second half, then Romania will be in a bit of trouble because they're going to have to chase hard.
Slavljevic pops over to the post, who you'd expect to shoot. He didn't quite catch it, so he put it out to Janovic, and the captain, Nikola Janovic, puts enough threat in for the Romanian fence to go down.
So Janovic followed by Janovic means 4-2 Montenegro. Romania now looking for the score. They really do need this at the end of the first half, and they certainly don't want to concede another one.
Yeah, this is a worry for Romania.
Clock running down, and it's not successful, that pass into the centre forward. 5-2 would be fantastic for Montenegro, considering how well Romania have competed up to this point.
But again, the problems of the Italy game, the lack of penetration up front, no goals in this period for Romania. That's a real concern. A real concern for Stanojevic. How is he going to change the attack? But in front of goal, the other end. Excellent work. And this time it's Cretu caught on the wrong side. And that's a penalty that's drawn. It's just that you say, Simon, it would be disaster for Romania if they went in 5-2 down. But it looks to be heading that way. Janovic, the captain, number 8. Montenegrin Sportsman of the Year last year. Steps up to the 5-metre line.
Well, Stanescu stopped one the other day. Oh, he was close to that as well. Guessed right. Just couldn't get the hands on the ball, and that means real pressure now for Romania. Just don't know how much they've got left in the tank to mount some sort of chase. Further proof, though, you cannot be a one-man team, and with Radu out of the equation for the moment, they look much less effective.
And you see the move, the ball in, and again Cretu caught the wrong side.
Well, my apologies, I thought Stanescu had gone the right way there, but in fact left quite a large gap to the other side. So 5-2 Montenegro.
Montenegro very strong when pressing on the arc. You can see them not letting players move too easily. And a high block from Ivovic is stopping that ball going anywhere near centre forward. The second centre goes in. That was a lovely move coming in off the left wing. That wins the exclusion. Darko Bragulian out for 20 seconds. And so Dejan Stojanovic decides to take things into his own hands and calls a timeout.
Long, hard stare at the players as they come in. And I think he knows the writing is on the wall. It's very difficult to see them recovering the situation from here. Well, it's Romania's timeout, but it's the Montenegrin passing that has been thrilling to watch. They're employing this little up and over pass on a number of occasions, Alan, and it's proving very successful.
Yeah, the pop onto the post from the outside is giving them lots of space, but it's the solid work they're doing beforehand that creates the opportunity. As ever, the end pass is only made by the many that go before it. We'll see if Romania can do it at their end.
This is a must.
This is an absolute must for Romania. Radu now on the outside, the left-hander. One of their threats. Mate there with the ball, but passing like that's not going to help the case. Georgi having to go back, and they have to start again, but they see a good move, but that's a weak shot in the end.
Yeah, it was a good stop from Radic, but it was pretty straightforward for the Montenegrin keeper. What a change round in events, and it happened quite quickly as well. Romania were very competitive until about the halfway point of that second period. And then Montenegro found 2 or 3 pieces of brilliance. Beautiful lob shot to initially give them the lead, and then 2 strong scores to take them into a comfortable cushion now as they head into the second half. Half time, we'll take a break there. Stay with us.
The Dassault Systems 3D Experience platform and industry solutions help companies connect all the right people with all the right data in order to help inspire ideas and drive sustainable innovations. Leveraging the 3D virtual world provides us with so many answers. At Dassault Systems, we believe that with 3D Experience, companies can do things that have never been done before.
With the Eurosport app, get live coverage of all your favorite sports. Check on the fortunes of your favorite teams and players. Follow the matches and events live. Download now. Eurosport, the benchmark in sports apps.
We are all different. Differences can build barriers between us. At FIFA, we believe passionately that barriers have no place in football. That when we kick a ball, we are all just players.
I am a footballer.
Eurosport Live Score is available on the iPhone and iPad for free. Every competition, every result, live comments. Eurosport Live Score, available on the App Store.
Eurosport Player is the Eurosport multi-screen service. With Eurosport Player, watch Eurosport and Eurosport 2 live on all your favourite devices through a single subscription. Follow great sporting events live and on demand. Enjoy exclusive content such as 7 tennis courts simultaneously. Eurosport Player. All sports, all emotions, all screens.
Welcome back, just enjoying some slow motion action from the first half, and yeah, that expression from Coach Perovic just about summed it up for 3/4 of the first half, and then his team decided to play. 3 quick scores for a comfortable lead of 5-2. And just having a little look down there through the stats, well, yeah, you'd expect to see the better statistics for the team that's in the lead. But Montenegro have squandered a fair few chances. Fouls will be a concern for Romania as this game goes on, particularly to their star performer Radu, and they can't afford to lose him on 3 personals.
No, he seems to be getting caught a lot defensively. He's lost a number of majors now. The counter to that is that's what the opposition teams are trying to do. They're trying to put him in a position where he will get exposed and excluded. I'm not sure what we'll make of that there as a playboard. That's
a top drawing, isn't it, from that man? Stanjevic, he loves his playboard, but that's the most incomprehensible one we've seen so far. Yes. Goodness me. Now, in a build-up, quickly before we get the sprint underway, in a build-up to a game like this, a single game on a day in a European Championships, how does your day go? What's the preparation in the hours before you get in the pool? Second half of Montenegro versus Romania, and before we get this sprint underway with Montenegro leading by 5-2, Alan Anderson, former Great Britain international, alongside me. What's the build-up to a game like this, the hours and minutes before you get in the pool?
The preparation in terms of reviewing the opposition, probably done the day before, then some discussion on the day around just refreshing, reminding players of the plays, the specific moves, what's going to happen during the day. Obviously rest, eat properly, and probably at the pool about an hour and a half beforehand for a warm-up, land and in the pool. And as we see, good warm-up there at half-time from Drasko Brigulian as he picks the ball by a couple of yards.
Yeah, that was an easy win.
Romanian swimmer.
Easy win on that sprint. Any training session if you've got, say, a late afternoon, evening match? Any training session in the morning?
Probably a light session in the morning. Yeah, just getting the arms moving over. Maybe some movement, some passing. Certainly very little in terms of scrummage or stuff like that. It would just be, I'll say non-contact, but certainly not a heavy session, particularly in a 2-week competition like this, where most of the hard work has been done, or all the hard work has been done beforehand. It's about keeping the body and mind ticking over. And also in some cases filling the hours. It's a long time.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, one of those important points to make. Professional sports people will tell you the world over, it's what you do when you're not playing that is half the art. Just sleep, read books, listen to music, just get away from it all. You can't be switched on all the time, because 2 weeks is a tiring length of time to be involved in a tournament like this.
And while you watch some of the games, you won't want to watch all of them. So here we go, Montenegro, a minute into the second half. Playing with 2 centre forwards and looking for the shot from the outside, but straight down the barrel. Drasko Brigulian patrols that right-hand side of the pool. Stănescu finds a receiver. And Romania need to set something up, to set up a positive form of attack on a regular basis here in the third period. And they get the ball into centre and they do win the exclusion. Radu does his job, sends number 12 Jokic to the corner. Romania needs some good hands and good movement here with this ball.
Yeah, they've got no option other than to get Radu back in there. Even if he is on 2 personal fouls at the moment, they'll have to take that risk. And there's the goal. Well, there's the value. Man-up situation created by their talisman. And then finished very comfortably indeed by Basile. But they've still got 2 more goals to find from somewhere. And they've got to find it with Radu keeping his nose clean. That might be too difficult at the end of the day. So not quite the start that Montenegro were looking for in this second half. Score from Romania, but they've still got a comfortable cushion. We'll wait for that score graphic to catch up. There we go, 5-3. But where are these two goals going to come from without Montenegro keeping that scoreboard ticking over? I think that's the problem Romania have right now.
Yeah, they started off very strongly with a good field goal. And that's good defence, stopping the ball going into centre forward. And excellent work from Goanta, number 9. However, the Montenegrin centre forward did well to cover that. Klikovac, he's not lost any yards and he's right back. He's going to be asked to defend centre forward now to do the work at the other end. So he must be exposed. He is indeed. You can see just tired from working hard at one end, having to do the swim, and he's caught holding round the neck. So it was Misic, not Klikovac. Apologies there.
It was almost inevitable though, wasn't it? You could see him labouring his way up the pool and then had the pressure put on him immediately. And Stanijevic very quick on that timeout signal. So he's decided to go sooner rather than later, and I think quite rightly identifying this next couple of minutes as key to Romania in this second half and in this match.
It's not like he's going to make any changes in the lineup from the 6 people in the water, so he is obviously asking them just for the concentration, being really sure about the move that they're going to do. No uncertainty. You're going that position, you're going that position, the ball's going here, here and here. We'll see how well they can execute it.
And then we'll see what his reaction is if they don't execute. Because on a number of occasions now it's been along the lines of, come on guys, I told you what to do. You didn't do it.
Stanijevic, Serbian coach. Romanian side had a Hungarian coach that took them to Olympics. They then had their Romanian coach for about a year, took them to Barcelona. That didn't work out, so they've gone for a foreign coach. And it's made improvements here, and we can see a lot of movement on the man-up. They have shown some imagination, although just not executed as well as we'd like to see. And they've ran out of time here. We're all square again unless they get a quick ball in.
Cue Stanijevic going mad on the side. He will not be happy with that. It ran out as soon as the first few passes that they were looking to create space with didn't work. They didn't have anything else. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Very direct attacking from Montenegro. I think he was a little bit surprised, Ivovic, to find himself in that much space and with such a clear look at Stanescu's goal. But it's a good finish.
Route 1 for Montenegro. Goalkeeper all the way up. Not often we find Ivovic so far forward in that position. Usually playing in the centre, the number 3 position. But he's got such a shot that Stanescu was not going to have much chance with that. He gets his reward of a few moments on the bench to recover. And the questions are asked of Romania in the blue hats once again. Radu sitting there in centre forward, but you can see the egg-beater work of the defender getting there. But he was out in 5 metres, so really the defender had done a good job taking him out of the danger area.
Montenegro in the white caps, playing from right to left in this second half and looking menacing once again. Oh, again, that space opened up. There was a chance there. But that minor foul means they continue. Clock running down. Need to get a shot away soon. Unless they can pick up an exclusion or something better. And they've got the exclusion, so Guanta heads away and Romania begin again. This is a much better position for them, and that deflection into the goal. Montenegrin coach Petrovic there just raising his eyebrows as if to say, OK, well, we'll take whatever's coming. And there's the score. Looked like Paskovic that got it, was it?
There's the exclusion. Guanta, birthday boy today, but he's not got any reward for that.
Somehow it was finished, and it was Paskovic. I think the concern here for not just the Romanian coach, but for the neutrals watching, is that this one may just fizzle out. Montenegro have already got a stranglehold on it.
You can see the power of the Montenegrin defence. As soon as the player gets the ball, they're putting pressure, and that was causing the centre forward there to try to get himself in a better position. Results in a turnover, and they're off on a counter. Vragulian, as ever, coming down that right wing. Good ball fired across, and another lob.
Second time in the game, an absolute corker from Mladen Janovic, and he's got that shot dialed in.
Yeah, you can see him just drawing the goalkeeper, drawing the defence, and with ultimate precision finding the top corner. It's heartbreaking for every goalkeeper when they lose a lob.
Stanescu on his way down and absolutely powerless. He nearly got fingertips on the first one, but he was nowhere near that one. And that is finesse of the highest order from Mladen. Beat that, he says to Nicola.
Yeah, going for the Montenegrin Sportsman of the Year himself this year. But we have an exclusion.
OK, chance for Romania, man up.
Petrovic, number 4, 2 hands over the top of the attacker. Let's see if Romania can do something in the time. They've run out of time all too often on the man up, and throwing these lobbed passes is not going to help. That was a bit harsh. I'm now getting something there.
Yeah, centre forward disappearing under the water. That usually means something has happened, but not given. Montenegro come away with the ball, and at 8-3 now, they're trying to swim this out of the Romanians. They will be very, very tired as a defensive unit right here, and no chance. As easy as you like, more space created, and I'm afraid this is falling apart for Romania. Another score for number 3, Paskovic.
That was excellent work. Again, a counter-attack. We saw it the last one with Ivovic going forward. And again, the ball goes right, comes all the way across to the left. And Paskovic gets his second goal of this period. A relentless performance from Montenegro in this third.
Poor old Kosmin bobbing about in the middle of the pool. And I think even he can change the circumstances here for Romania.
One and a half minutes remaining. And Romania will have another opportunity. Exclusion for fouling on the arc this time.
Paskovic in. Possession clock ticking inside the 20 seconds, and Romania has some quite aimless passing. Needs the space created, and again they found the space for the shot, but angle covered easily by Radic.
Yeah, constant pressure there from Montenegro in defence, and it was forcing the Romanians to put sort of lob, unsharp passes, just slowing it down. And it makes the shot all the easier for Radic.
Yeah, sorry, Alan, I was saying Petrovic bringing it away, then feeds the ball to Mladen Janovic. He of the lob shots today. Montenegro timeout. Well, some breathing space for Romania. At least they get a minute's break here. But this is set up for a bit of a big score for Montenegro. If they can keep this pressure going, they might have the run of it in the last 8 minutes. You're a little surprised to see Montenegro away so comfortably?
They're such a strong side, and it's been relentless what they've produced in this period. Just power from the back all the way through, which they can do. We've seen them do on a number of occasions. I've been speaking to some of the Romanians in the last few days, and you know, they know their problems are in attack. Kind of one of their websites, H2Polo.ro, they're very focused on the Romanian polo, and they're really worried about it all comes through Radu, and that's all we've seen today at all. So a lot for them to work on as they go towards their big game, as we've said, against Greece later on this week at Montenegro. And firing on all cylinders here. The ball's flying around, it's popping there, and that's just beautiful to watch.
That was scorching pace. And once they decided on the pass that they wanted to make, it just flashed through and into the goal. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I said this could be a big score here. And in terms of goal difference, every chance of taking Montenegro back to the top of Group A, ahead of their tie against Italy.
Yeah, well, we saw the replay there of the final pass. It was about the 5 passes before that were just flowing that made that look so good.
Yeah, they kind of ramped it up until the final ball. It's amazing, isn't it, when you're on top in a match, when you're playing well, you just find that little bit extra in defence. Well, exclusion for Kukovic, and quick reaction from the Romanian number 11. So Giban, with what you have to say at the moment is consolation. These are consolation goals.
It is. Montenegro had switched off a little bit. Giban, goalkeeper there, Radic, more interested in complaining to the referee than saving it, I think.
It's classic Radic, complaining with one hand, goalkeeping with the other, and getting neither right. 13 seconds to go then in this third quarter. And apart from that solitary goal, it's been all Montenegro. Still something to go for both teams. Romania don't want to hurt themselves too badly ahead of the match against Greece on Saturday. So third period comes to a close. Montenegro as comfortable as they could get in a match like this. 10-4 up on Romania, 8 minutes still to play. We'll see what Romania have got left when we come back from the break. Welcome back. Well, all books are closed, I think, on this one. Montenegro lead by 6 goals against Romania. And you can see just how effective they've been since the halfway point. Really started to turn it on. And they've scored a couple of goals that Romania would almost find a little bit insulting. The 2 lobs from Janovic were just superb. So we'll see how much Romania have got left, how much heart they've got left for this particular fight, because remember, it's the fight on Saturday that is going to be key for them. And you don't want to be expending too much energy, but at the same time, you don't want a cricket score against you by the end of the day. So Montenegro in a strong position here. They, of course, may wish to just keep a little bit in reserve for the Italy game. Comfortable win on the sprint yet again. Montenegro come away with the ball. 8 minutes to play in this match.
Yes, 5-2 at half-time in this game, and then in the third period, Montenegro stepping up through the gears, winning at 5-1. Now, exclusion there for fouling before the player had the ball. So Montenegro will have another chance early in the fourth.
Cuban heads out and is lingering a little in that goal area before he finally ducks under the water and leaves. Montenegro here with a golden opportunity to get up to 11. And there we go. Inevitable, I think the word is.
Yeah, it's a weak-looking Romanian defence, very dispirited. Nikola Janovic just showing his immense power there with that shot. He just drives himself up. A couple of waves, and there was no way Stoenescu was getting anything to that. Yeah, Konu there, number 4, not providing much cover for his goalkeeper.
So Nikola Janovic scores another goal. We've had Mladen scoring the finesse goals. We've had Nikola with the hammer blows.
Yeah, just powering them through. The ball gets into centre for Romania.
They're not getting anything, are they? They're not getting any calls at the moment in that centre forward position.
I think the referee made a good call there. Yeah, Konu, number 4, seemed to just be flapping around for the ball. The player behind had come off him. There's players coming back. So I actually think that was a fairly good decision from the referee.
Yes, if it was a number 2 on the cap, I think it would have been made to look more convincing.
Yes.
In some way or another. Oh, right off the post and the crossbar at the corner. That was mighty close to going in for 12-4. In fact, it was straight off the post. I thought that had just come down off that stanchion area, but away come Romania again down this near side wing.
Konu, one man up.
Mladen Janovic with the foul at the top of the pool. Well spotted by the officials, so he heads out for 20 seconds.
Look at the pressure they're putting on them. Attacking the player with the ball each time, going forward, and it just makes them throw a lob pass up, and they do score. That's a nice piece of work there from the Romanians. Number 3. Tiberiu Negrian. Looked like, was it all going to go missing? He found a space. He opened the scoring, and he gets Romania's 5th.
Level 5. Now, can Romania put a veneer of respectability on this scoreline? Will Montenegro just ease things down a gear or 2? Get the feeling that's the only way Romania are going to come back into this convincingly. Is that an exclusion? It is. Cretu way too heavy. Another personal foul for him, and it's 3. And as Cretu ends up excluded from the rest of the game. Montenegro put the ball past Stanescu once again. And I think that's had enough for today.